Welcome to another edition of Rent TV, Real Estate News Television. In this program, we'll take a look at three sizable recent closed office building sales that occurred in Irvine and Santa Ana in August of 2011. This news program is brought to you by Johnson Capital. For any type of commercial real estate, this real estate investment banking firm, founded in 1987 with 16 offices nationwide, is the company to call regarding any financing or capital need. Johnson Capital, delivering results, exceeding expectations. We'll start in Irvine Spectrum to update you on an office building sale that in our July program we reported was about to close, and that is the purchase of 7700 Irvine Center Drive, the 9-story, 209,000 square foot tower that Great Far East bought from American Spectrum Realty for $56.5 million, or $270 per square foot, which is a good deal higher than the $48 million we had heard it was going for. The Class A office tower was built in 1989 and is anchored by Yard House restaurants and was 85% leased at the time of sale. The C.B. Richard Ellis Investment Group, led by Bob Smith and Kevin Shannon, brokered the transaction. The other very recent office building sale in the city of Irvine occurred up by the John Wayne Airport, between Von Carmen and Jamboree, where 2600 Michelson, this 308,000 square foot 16-story tower, was bought for $70 million, or $228 per square foot. It was purchased by a joint venture between Ocean West Capital Partners and Dune Real Estate Partners. The property had been given back to the lender by LA-based MPG Office Trust, previously McGuire Properties, which has been losing many of the high-rises it bought at the peak of the market. The mortgage on this property was $110 million. The seller was the special servicer, Torchlight Investors, which was rep by a C.B. Richard Ellis team led by Bob Smith and Kevin Shannon. The building was developed in 1986 and was roughly 50% leased at closing to tenants including LA Fitness and Premier Business Centers. According to Mr. Shannon, the buyer received seller financing which would have been impossible to duplicate in the conventional loan market. He also noted that these types of transactions are incredibly sophisticated and complex and require approval from the courts. Therefore, they take a lot of time to complete. From buyer selection to closing for 2600 Michelson, it took more than 6 months, whereas a more conventional office transaction would typically close in 30 to 60 days. And just a few miles north, in Santa Ana, another major office building sale closed only a couple of weeks ago when TA Associates acquired 3 MacArthur Place from High Ridge Partners for nearly $54 million, or $219 per square foot for the 247,000 square foot high-rise. Built in 1991, the Class A office tower is located west of the 55 freeway and north of MacArthur Boulevard in the South Coast metro area. High Ridge purchased the building from Tishman Speyer Office Fund in October 2009 for about $31 million, or $125 per square foot, and then enhanced and repositioned the 11-story tower, increasing occupancy from 50% to over 90% with help from an 85,000 square foot lease with Edison Mission Energy. The high-rise is located in the master plan MacArthur Place development, which features this DoubleTree Hotel, as well as an attractive strip of retail shops shown here. C.B. Richard Ellis's institutional group, led by Bob Smith and Kevin Shannon, who brokered all 3 deals in this report, represented High Ridge Partners in the transaction. According to Mr. Smith, High Ridge was able to acquire a great building at the bottom of the market, give it the necessary TLC to stabilize it, and then lease it up during what has continued to be a soft leasing market. Added Kevin Shannon, as evidenced by a number of recent trades in Orange County, both debt and equity continue to be attracted to this market. And that's it for this episode of Rent TV, Real Estate News Television. I'm Steve Bloom, and I thank you for tuning in. And for the latest in commercial real estate news, go to our website, www.rentv.com, and for a transcript of this show, or to submit comments, please email sbloom at rentv.com.